Two-time.
This boy's about to go down on me. You boys ready to get fucked again?
You're looking at the 2025 champ.
Let's not lose. The boy's about to be more exposed than Andrew's scrotum.
Just hoping to do good enough to not be last. Let's go.
I'm ready to get hurt again.
Hopefully it's only up from here.
Here we go again.
We're live. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Week 12 Fantasy Football Recap. This is our second joint recap between Thomas and I.
Greetings, fellow league mates.
All right. So this is a perfect recap for Thomas and I to do because we had a crazy Week 12. Both of us went absolutely crazy. So we had a lot of fun, and, you know, it's exciting to talk about our week when we both clinched the playoffs, plus absolutely went crazy. So
Hell
you
yeah,
want to start with mine and Gregor's matchup?
I got to talk about yours? Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, you got Jameis Winston catch a touchdown. That is rare in fantasy. That was insane. He does what he does best and just shows up and either wins you playoff matchups or ensures you're going to get in the playoffs. And he did not disappoint. That was insane. He basically scored 34 points and made up for a pretty lackluster week from Jordan Love. And then Kareem Hunt with 20. And classic, you got a running back, a handcuff, who just casually comes in and drops 30 or 28. Yeah.
Look at this,
like,
30 for Kareem.
for Kareem Hunt? Oh, I know, dude. Yeah, that was insane. He is actually pretty good still somehow. But, yeah, between him and Emmanuel Wilson, that is ridiculous. What is that? Almost 60 points combined for those two. Just crazy. AJ Brown, 24 points, solid. His bitching has gotten him some really impressive fantasy stats recently. And then Michael Pittman with 11, former team member of yours, Michael Pittman, solid game. Packers defense getting you 17, very nice. For 160 total, not bad at all. You kind of smacked Gregor pretty hard.
I was a little
dude.
nervous. I mean, Gregor's team, this is obviously a huge loss for Gregor because, and a big win for me, but now he's like borderline not going to make the playoffs, but his team is really good across the board. I honestly think like he's better than Zach and has a lot better chance of competing with Andrew. It's just unfortunate that he had a rough week.
He had to play you, yeah. That is shitty for him. yeah,
well,
130
he scored
points.
130.
Yeah, that'd win you most weeks, but very unfortunate for Gregor, that's for sure. Even his team, I mean, looking at it, his team did well too. It's crazy.
He had Debo and Waddle on buys. I remember looking at his team before the week, and I texted him like, "I'm gonna beat you because you don't even have any receivers." Like, look at DJ Moore. Look at his game log before his 20 points. Like 0 points, 2. Like, DJ Moore has been very, very disappointing this year. Let's see. And then, like, obviously, Matt Stafford's just absolutely unbelievable. QB7 on the year.
Insane. He's been insanely consistent this year. Only
30,
one game below double digits.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming. I think he had a pretty bad 24 overall. Not bad, but he just finished kind of just nothing on what he is today. I think Devontae just opened him up.
Oh, yeah. All those red zone touchdowns. I'm sure that's like a third of his points are those like 5-yard pass touchdowns to Devontae.
The ones that Conway loves so much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so I pick up a huge win, go to 8-4. Gregor goes to 6-6, just outside the playoffs, hoping to get in. Looking forward. This actually was even a bigger matchup for Zach because he needed this win. So I'll let you get started, talk about Zach's team, and then I can go down the line on Cam's team.
Yeah, Zach's team, it's been rough goings for Zach. Jonathan Taylor has been saying, and that's really what it comes down to, is like if Jonathan Taylor doesn't drop 30 for him, his team is just not going to be anything crazy. And Jacoby Brissett has been like an angel from heaven for his team. So he's been rock solid for him. It? Yeah.
22,
like the guy
18,
loses
24, 17, 24.
Yeah. So losing Kyler, but then picking that guy up is huge. Losing Joe Burrow, picking up Flacco was pretty huge, even though he's been pretty disappointing this last 2 weeks. So thank God he's got Joe Burrow back. But yeah, the rest of his team is just like kind of gross. Judkins was looking insane earlier, and now he's just like unreliable. The Cleveland's offense is gross. So his team was just like, his record, if you looked at his team, you looked at his record, you just kind of be like, yeah, I could see that. Not to shit on Zach, but he's had a rough go of things.
Yeah, he just
two of his keeper quarterbacks.
He has like
benched or hurt.
And then a lot of just average receivers. Of course, then DeAndre Swift goes for 0.4, so he benches him this week. He gets 20.
There's
a lot of
that's
inconsistency there.
Gross. Yeah, it's rough having anybody on the
But on Cam's side, it's just like Cam is, from where he was in terms of winning the league and then having all those picks to just be where he is. I can see why he's completely checked out at this point. I can't believe how. I mean, it makes sense the way that Cam was tanking because he was just collecting picks on picks. I didn't think that he was going to end up trading every single one of his picks, but it worked out amazing for him to get Josh Allen. So if anything, this was a successful season just because of that. He just has to hope he does not. So. He just has to hope he doesn't lose at this point. So
Josh Allen could do that.
I mean, Maynard on his team this year doesn't really have a QB2. Awful running back. He's starting. He was starting 4 Patriots. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 Patriots.
That's crazy. Yeah, I forgot about Hunter Henry. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
that's rough.
I mean, he trades away Rashee Rice to you, so that's beautiful draft pick, amazing pick. Like that guy looks so good right now. So he trades him away. He trades me, George Kittle, who's come on. Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he's gonna play anymore this year. So it's just like by doing that Josh Allen trade, he's gonna really, really, really rely on Josh Allen. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if he can survive.
Yeah, super interesting. Josh Allen's got week 14 Bengals, so if he drops 50 for him, it could be enough to save him. Although the players bracket or the losers bracket, then you have a chance to still lose if you're last seed or whatever. I don't even know how that works. I haven't even thought about it because I'm
So
being in that.
Yeah, basically how it works is I think 9 and 10 have to play 2 weeks in the losers bracket regardless.
That's right.
5 and 6 play 7 and 8 the first week to decide who has to play, but all the points carry forward those first 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So 9
and 10 are 100% in the losers bracket.
Oh God. Jaden Daniels could come back. Apparently, he and Terry are supposed to be playing, but I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be worth for Cam. Who knows?
Yeah. But I was watching this was the last game. This was the Monday night game right here. This guy, 2 for 7 receptions. He caught a touchdown like late in the third or early in the fourth. And so, Zach ends up winning by 4 in a must-win game for him because now he controls his own destiny. He wins and he's in versus having to hope Gregor loses. And so, just a massive win, just getting lucky to play Cam at that point.
Yeah, super lucky.
Yeah,
he wins for 112. God.
All right. So we
Ugh,
got
that's
Connor
nasty.
and Bobby.
Just
I'll
gotta
let you do Bobby this one.
Bobby was. It comes down to which of his quarterbacks is going to score 30 points for Bobby most weeks, and luckily this week, Dak picked up the slack for him, getting 30 there. His team. I mean, if you look at the points for on the years, the total points for, his team should be better, but he just. I don't know if it's unlucky or what, but his team just cannot win games. And it's not like he should have won this week. 102 points, should not win. But Mika Ibuka should be way better than he has been. He just I don't know. He has these games where he looks insane, but then just doesn't do anything. Trevion Henderson, kind of the same thing. He had those two back-to-back 30-point weeks, but yeah, his team is gross, man. T. Higgins, that guy will never be reliable in fantasy. I don't know. Now he's minus Josh Allen, plus Drake May, plus George Pickens. I think his team is good enough to keep him from losing, but yeah, it's kind of
the James Cook too.
James Cook as well. Yes, that is huge.
Yeah,
he is not going to lose. I don't think so. I say that, Bobby. Sorry, I just cursed you, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Over looking at Connor, and we'll talk more about it once the trades happen, but I was gonna say Connor is the team that can't afford to tank, and he kind of tried to tank by trading away Chase Brown. I was shocked. I mean, his team is already hurting, and then he doesn't win in 7 straight weeks or whatever it was. And he goes and trades one of his best players, who had been coming on top of 19 for 107, 24, 15, 15, 17, 14. It's you don't trade that guy away and just hope that you don't lose. But
yeah, no, he was trying to trade him to me, believe me. It's just man, come on. Why would you? Why'd you do that?
So Connor's team is very top heavy. You got obviously the 2 quarterbacks. His ride and dies for 4 straight years now have not given him what he needed anymore. Kyron Williams having a down year was amazing last year. Obviously, Jameson Williams is going to be better with everything that's going on. I don't know what the hell this game was, but obviously we're recording this on Saturday, so we saw him on Thanksgiving. He was incredible. But Connor's team without Chase Brown is it looks awful. So
yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
Yeah. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't want to hear him complain when he loses, if he loses, because you cannot go and trade away one of your best players. It's you just take the guy to the the losers bracket.
I know. Yeah. That's Connor, man. He's all about the value. He's got to get some value back. That's how he does it.
Okay, I'll recap.
But
I'll recap your side on this one. And were you watching any of these games? I'm sure you're freaking pumped, dude. That Gibbs game was unbelievable.
Oh yeah, dude. I was watching that. I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. I saw it going to overtime, and I was just something crazy could happen here, and it certainly did. Holy shit, that was nuts.
I mean, this is Bordeaux. They're starting to compare this guy to Barry Sanders. I mean, 15 carries for 219 and 2 touchdowns, 12 targets and 11 receptions. Unbelievable. So I think, did you have a bye? Yeah, you had Herbert on bye. So I mean, your quarterback situation is, as long as Darnold doesn't have any awful matchups at Atlanta, Indiana, he doesn't really have the greatest matchups going into the playoffs. I mean, this was a huge week for you because you've clinched a chance to win this year. It kind of just takes all the pressure off at this point. You don't have to worry about losing. If you win, amazing. If you don't, I mean, I think it takes a little skill on the season, like a good draft, some healthiness, a little bit of luck to kind of make the playoffs. But at this point, to win is going to be, luck. You just got to get the matchups to work out for you.
Yeah.
And then, I think the weakest part of your team right now is just the wide receivers, which you've fixed in the deadline. So that was huge. Basically Trey McBride is a wide receiver alone. So you have really just one weak spot right now, which is like your second wide receiver, whoever that ends up being. And then
Scary Terry, he's back.
and then this will be a very big issue because the Buccaneers look awful. So like maybe Bucky comes back and he's going to be great. And that would fix everything for you. But like, I know the Rams are good, but that was one of the worst games I've ever watched. This 7-34. If Baker's out, that's going to be just the only iffy part for you. But yeah, great week. Congrats on clinching. That was huge. I know that with you playing Andrew this week, it was going to be really close if you didn't get this one right here.
Oh yeah. I was very happy to just clinch and not have to worry about it. But yeah, what you're talking about with Bucky, he's just been something else. Like he's trending towards playing. They still won't even say he's certainly going to play. He's apparently got mental health problems. He's sad about being injured. And then Justin Herbert's offensive line is gone. So I am not of the opinion that I have a good chance of winning because I don't think Herbert's going to be good. We saw him against the Jags. He was just the worst game of his entire career. And that's just because he was running for his life the entire game because he has no offensive line. So that's rough. And that's about all I can say about that. Not super confident, but we'll see.
Phillies, the Bears just ran all over Philly, so I don't know about that. This KC's got to be high scoring. If you make it to week 16 in the championship, this game is going to be freaking huge against Dallas and Houston.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, this week 16 is only 15-16 is going to be solid. But you want to talk about Oscar's team?
Yeah, sure. His team has just been a head scratcher because if you had his team back in 2022, you'd have the best team in the league, or not even that, 2024, maybe a year back. Alvin Kamara was still pretty solid. Yeah. And Saquon, as we know, was insane. Yeah. And then Puka hasn't been as good as he was. Yeah. It's crazy. JSN. Yep. So it's just really the fact that Saquon is not who he used to be. Puka can't score over 20 points anymore. He hasn't done that since week 4. Saquon is just insane. You look at Saquon's stat line, and it just doesn't make any sense. Caleb Williams has been really good. I don't regret not drafting him. I didn't think he'd be this good, but he's been actually very, very good. But yeah, his team is it's rough. Outside of JSN and Puka, you'd think the team that has both of those guys would just be insane, but his running backs are just so bad. And that's really what it comes down to. A rough loss for him. He's in the losers bracket, so it didn't really matter for him.
I don't think Oscar's going to lose. I think he's got enough star power to carry him, but he has no running back anymore. He doesn't even have a running back to play because is Kamara out? Oh, I guess he's going to play.
Yeah.
Kamara's freaking awful. So it's
no, his team is just gross. It's just all of his players are just too old now outside of Puka and JSN and Caleb Williams. Those are the only 3 guys you can rely on. Travis Kelce hasn't been horrible, but yeah, there's just nothing there. It's rough.
Yep. I think we'll see. I think he has just enough to maybe not lose, but
yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he'll lose.
It's gonna be tough for him. So the last matchup of the week was Andrew versus Jacob. Oddly enough, Jacob had a chance if he won against Andrew this week. if he had a huge week this week, he could have, and Gregor and Zach lost, and he won. He could have been a sneaky, like, 3 straight win, get into the playoff team. So and I think he knew that too, because as soon as he lost to Andrew, he said, "I'm having a fire sale, giving up, the season's over, blah blah blah." So, I'll go through Andrew's team. Andrew's team is just so consistent this year. We talked about Devontae earlier, just amazing. He's got incredible running backs, quarterbacks. Daniel Jones did. I thought he broke his leg, but apparently not. Didn't he break his fibula? A fractured fibula. But he's gonna play.
Yeah, but he's dealing with it. Apparently, he's just gonna hit some Percocet and he'll play through it.
I saw some TikToks of him at practice, limping around at it. So I don't know what that looks like for him.
God. Oh God.
Yeah. Obviously, this isn't week 14. Great. You don't want to play Daniel Jones against Seattle. Period.
Yeah.
So that's rough. So he's gonna probably have to rely on Trevor Lawrence a little bit. But CMC's carrying again. Devontae's been great. Nico's an amazing wide receiver too, behind Devontae, and then he's just kind of plug and playing whatever works for him in the slot. Amazing tight end Tyler Warren's been great. Questionable, so that's going to be interesting. But I don't think Andrew's really scored under 130, maybe once or twice this year, and of course his only loss was to me when he scored under it. But I think he really hasn't gone under 130 very often outside of that. So, from the outside looking in, Andrew's the favorite by far. It's just going to be really interesting to see, Trevor Lawrence, if he has to plug and play any of these guys. He doesn't really have great depth on the bench. So if somebody goes down, CMC goes down, or something goes, awry, I don't think he's going to have great depth. But it's gotten him this far. He's 11-1, possibly 12-1. One of the best regular seasons we've seen in a long time. So can't fault him. And I'm sure he's very happy about this year already.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's just riding CMC until the wheels fall off. That's what I would do. You guys got him a ring already, but he was trying to trade me for some guy I'm gonna leave unnamed, and I was just like, nah, dude, that dude is yours until he's not playing football anymore. He cannot be on anybody else's team. Why would you trade that guy? Well, and then the fact that he has Gianti, that's what makes it tough if he didn't have Gianti. But I don't know if you can sit around and wait for him. I wouldn't be shocked if he redshirts Gianti over CMC, just lets him go off and be a free bird. But his team is just solid. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't know.
I was very surprised. I thought that Andrew could have done a 1-to-1 flip for somebody comparable for Genty, but I respect it for him just keeping him. What you just said, if he ends up keeping him, that'd be crazy. But I think Genty's going number 1 again next year if he doesn't.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, they just fired Chip Kelly, who apparently didn't even know his own playbook. So that could help Gianti a lot, too. He's the worst coach in football, so they got rid of that guy. Things could look up. But, yeah, his team has just been incredibly solid. And it's crazy. Any other guy who would draft Gianti first overall and he's had those, horrible weeks, would struggle. But Andrew's team has been so good that he can, live through those awful weeks of Gianti. And then he's still there, and he could potentially come out and drop 20 or even, 30. So that's been huge. And the move for Chase Brown, that can push him over the edge. I saw that move, and I was like, Andrew wants another ring, and I don't blame him. I would, too, if I had CMC at however old he is, 28, 29. Just get it while you can.
And that's I agree. What I was I completely forgot about that trade. What I was saying about depth, he just kind of already fixed that.
Yeah.
He didn't give up anything, and he got that extra player he needed. So you want to run through Jacob's team?
Sure. Sorry, I got it on my other little screen here. Jacob's team has been Mahomes has been better than usual. That is definitely notable. Justin Jefferson has been far worse than usual. So
he won this year.
Yeah, so he's been insane, and that is great for Jacob. But JJ McCarthy has ruined another one of his players, and it's so funny they're on the same team because I just love the irony of that. But you can't really rely on Bo Nix too hard. Denver's offense, just in general, you can't really rely on, but he's still solid. Of course, a great keeper. But yeah, Jacob's team just it's rough. If Amon-Ra's out for any amount of time, he's kind of screwed. Not the worst team in the league, I don't think. He did make a move. He got what's his face, McMillan. He got rid of George Pickens. Not sure how I felt about that, but yeah, I guess for what he got offered, it was a good trade for Jacob. We'll talk about that later. But his team is it's just been it's in a bear market right now. Just with Justin Jefferson. I mean, he just has ridden Justin Jefferson so hard, understandably, and now he's finally just not having a good year. And then his quarterback situation is nice, but Bo Nix is kind of rough. So I don't know. It comes down to his running backs, really. Running backs just ain't pretty.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix plays Week 15 Green Bay. That's gonna be tough. And not bad. I mean, at Las Vegas, you think the last time they played Las Vegas, it was set 7-10, and Bo Nix had 3 points. But
Yep.
we'll see. I would agree, Jacob. We'll talk about it, but at the trade deadline, moving Marvin Harrison, moving George Pickens.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Losing Amon-Ra.
Yep, that's tough.
So
that's rough.
I mean, he's in a rough place. Obviously, you ride. We'll see if he beats Zach this week. But Jacob, very interesting, kind of backfired. 0 RB strategy, not that bad. I feel like he got some good play out of Jaylen Warren this year, but like always struggling on his RB2. But his QB drafting strategy was so awful. I mean, JJ McCarthy and Justin Fields were awful. And early in the year, I offered a first for Justin Fields. I'm so happy he didn't take that. I mean, I would be. Yeah,
you'd have no Jackson Dart. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, like if he didn't take that, I wouldn't have Jackson Dart, or if he took that. So, really rough loss for Jacob. I'm sure he thought 131 was going to be enough. Andrew I think he had like a player on Monday or something go crazy. Yeah, it was Devontae on Monday. So, just really rough for him to go out that way. I think he did think he had a chance. So. All right, so we're going to run through all the trades that happened on one of our most exciting trade deadlines ever. Very impressed by the league. Everybody went a little crazy. I can't remember, what did we count? Was it 8 of them or 6 of them? Pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. I was very, very impressed to see that. I thought it was just going to be a slow, like nothing, maybe a couple, but people did not disappoint. Some huge ones.
You want to go through your trade? Talk maybe any of the trade talks with the back and forth with the texting, have that one go through for you.
So me and Cam and I really didn't talk about it at all. And honestly, I thought the deadline was like the night that I sent this trade. I had the day wrong. And I was just like, fuck, I got to do something. So I sent Cam this, just no discussion whatsoever. Well, Connor and I were talking about trading Chase Brown, James Cook. And I just did not want to do that. And I had a few other offers, but just for guys I was not interested in. I really wanted a wide receiver, but everyone knows wide receiver is impossible to get in this league because they're on long contracts. No one wants to trade them. So I just threw this at Cam because he's a Bills fan. I thought he'd take it. At first, I sent him James Cook for Rashee Rice and one of his second round picks for next year because I'm like, the fucking guy's like 3 first. Maybe he'll give me that. But he said no immediately, and I just sent him this, and I woke up and saw he accepted it. So I was thrilled to see that because I think Rashee Rice is amazing, and yeah, it was crazy. And that's how Cam always trades, and I respect that. I love it. I love just sending the guy a pick or a trade, and he might just accept it, and that's exactly what happened. So I was pretty happy with that. Not gonna lie, because I would love to keep Rashee Rice for who knows how long.
Yeah, I mean, he really came on. I remember, like, I guess run. It was he suspended last year or something? Like I feel like he didn't play very well last year, but then he kind of came on towards
Oh,
going
yeah.
into the Super Bowl and stuff. But the way that they use him, he's just targeted at least 10 times a game. So if you're gonna trade James Cook for anybody, that was a great choice there. And then I'm not sure if Cam knew that he was going to use James Cook to flip right away, or God, I just want to hear the background behind that crazy trade.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that later, but yeah, James Cook and Cam had a short relationship.
Yeah, dude, which I was thrilled to see. I was like, good for Cam, man. He used that guy to get Josh Allen. That was amazing. But yeah, I was about to just keep James Cook through the draft. I really did not want to, but Cam was like, I think I could draft him. I got enough first round picks, and I was just like, I don't think he's gonna be there for the draft. But that was way before we actually did the trade, so I was just super excited to get that trade through. Good for Cam.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, so looking at this next, we kind of highlighted this earlier, but this was just a trade I didn't think Connor had the capital to do. I don't like. I get it. You got a second and a fifth, but if you lose, then you're never gonna forget that, and nobody will ever let you forget.
Yep. No, I agree. And that's why we passed that rule that you can't hold these guys and then dump them off day of the Super Bowl, because that's all. I know that's all he was thinking, is I just cannot leave Chase Brown and like let him go to the draft and not get anything in return. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, now your already rough looking team is even rougher. So I agree. I wouldn't have done it personally.
Props to Andrew for just going for it. I mean, that was a good trade for him. There's nothing. I mean, he gave up nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. So that's kind of how I always view draft capital, is like, if I get the player and you get the future stuff, whatever, because we're focused on now. And so Andrew saw his opportunity to get a second ring, and he's taking it. So
yeah, absolutely. 100% agree.
So here's Connor trying to fix his issues a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
he looked at his lineup once and he's like, fuck, dude, I need something else. Oh, man.
So, Marvin Harrison, he was great until his injury. I think he had 2 or 3 straight games that were great. So we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
No, I agree. That's a big we'll see. I don't know. Trey McBride, he's the offense. If you ask a Trey McBride owner, he's the offense of the Cardinals. So good luck to him. But it's Marvin Harrison. I had him on my team last year. I hate that guy.
Yeah. And Michael Wilson, or whatever that guy's name is for Zach. I forgot to say that earlier, but Jacoby Brissett and Michael Wilson literally combined for 40 for Zach, so that was part of the reason he even beat Cam last week. But
true.
Yep. Okay, so this trade for me, this one was very interesting. Zach, I was not planning on moving Josh Jacobs. I was honestly gonna take him all the way through, because if you look at my team, I could not afford to lose a running back, and I really couldn't. So because like right now I'm starting Kareem Hunt or Trey Benson, who hasn't played since week 3. But Zach, he came over. We had just got back from our road trip, and he's just like, he was already texting me about CeeDee Lamb and asking for some advice. And I was like, trade him 1-for-1 for Justin Jefferson, trade him for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Ask these guys that have top tier receivers if they'll just do a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Because CeeDee is still CeeDee Lamb. Like, he's going to get his 10 targets and maybe score 25. And I think his floor is 10 most weeks. So, I think it's a great trade for me. I think that Josh Jacobs has another year in him, so I don't think it's bad for Zach either. The Packers have shown they want to run the ball no matter what. So I think I know Josh Jacobs had a bad game on Thanksgiving, but I think they're going to be pretty solid for kind of Zach. If he wanted to get some value, because he's obviously keeping Jonathan Taylor, I don't think it was bad. And if he makes the playoffs, who gives a shit,
Yeah, I agree. It helped both your guys' teams. I mean, you needed to get something for Josh Jacobs. He got more depth with Pittman as well, and the nice handcuffs. So it was he was trying to give me CD for a very long time. So I know he wanted to trade him, and I kind of figured you guys would do something. I was not disappointed. So good trade for both of you guys. 5 stars.
All right. Move on to the big trade of the week. Unbelievable. I don't know if this was like talked about or if it just like happened for some back and forth. Bobby was legitimately on some trade craziness this night. What a crazy trade. James Cook, Drake May, Ted McMillan, a second and 2 firsts for Josh Allen, Drake London, and Trevion Henderson. I didn't even like process that Drake London and Trevion Henderson were in there. So that's actually not that bad for Cam, especially about like not losing this year if Drake London plays.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's the seriously concerning part for Cam getting Drake London is that they've talked about like how their season's over, so they're not going to rush him back. So that's a little concerning. But I think Cam's like not even thinking about that at all because he's happy he got Josh Allen. Like, of course, that's all he wanted was Josh Allen. So any trade where he gets Josh Allen, I think he's just going to throw whatever he can. But Bobby got a fucking haul for him, which is amazing for him. He basically has half the first round. So that's value that we cannot foresee. With that many first round picks, I can't imagine he's going to miss on all of them. So that's basically the only guaranteed way to get value out of the first round. So good for him. And Drake May on that contract is just insane. So I don't think Bobby's going to miss Josh Allen at all. But I think Cam's going to be very happy to watch Bills games and see Josh Allen getting him those points. So well done to both of those guys, but Bobby got a fucking haul for Josh Allen. And the fact that he has gotten so much value out of him for so many years, and then he turns around and does this with him is just, you need a Bills fan in the league to get a trade like this done. So incredible. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, Drake May looks amazing.
Yeah.
And he did that reset that he kind of wanted to and needed to.
Yeah,
now he can redshirt. I saw him this year moving Dak, and that's why I was like pressuring him personally to move Dak earlier before he traded me Jackson Dart. I wanted Dak. That's who I was going after like crazy. And the fact that he ends up keeping Dak, moving on Josh Allen was something I did not see this year.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. Well, and I was so confused because I didn't hear anything about Drake London. Like, I didn't hear him. He never asked me about trading Drake London. It's like he couldn't keep the guy, but he's a really good wide receiver, even though his injury is shit. But that's why I feel like him and Cam were talking about this for some time. And then Cam got James Cook, and Bobby really wanted James Cook. Believe me, he was asking me about that guy a lot. So I think that's what did it. Is when Cam got him, he's like, all right, man, now we can do this. We can make something happen.
Well, Bobby does this amazing trade for himself, and then he turns around and does this, which I don't know what the. I mean, George Pickens, like, to be fair, he scored 3 straight weeks of like 25 or more, so it's like the guy's good. Like, there's no doubt about that. I think that like CD has the contract and the bitchiness to like always be the wide receiver one on that team, but George Pickens is always going to get 10 targets. You know, Dak's averaging 300 yards a game, so I get it. But I mean, why? Like, I don't think you're going to keep the guy, and you're giving up a first and a third just because you have the capital. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the classic case of he looked at how many first round picks he had and he's like, I got to do something with these. Like, and if he was in the playoffs, I'd be like, yeah, that's amazing. Fuck yeah, get George Pickens if your team needs a wide receiver. But honestly, he was sitting pretty with what he had. I did not see the point of this at all. I mean, George Pickens, who knows? Maybe he's top 5 for the next 5 years. But yeah, 3 minutes from the deadline, they do that shit.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
He offered me this exact same trade minus the third for CD. So I'm like, okay, now you think George Pickens is better than CD? I'm like, what the?
Wow.
But I think he
Wow.
maybe because he was going back and forth with me, and I was just like, I cannot give up CD, and then I think he just wanted to get it done. So I mean, props to Jacob. He kind of reset, and Jacob doesn't trade that much. So for him to get that fourth from Connor, then he gets a third and a first. He's gonna have 2 firsts, next year. It's a good reset for him, and I think he needed it.
Yeah, no, that's been the trend with a lot of these teams this year. It's like they've had a lot of the same keepers for so long, and now they're finally shaking it up. I love it. It's amazing.
Awesome trade deadline overall. I think
Yeah.
let's finish up by just kind of previewing this week and then just talking about the playoffs a little bit. I know it's Saturday, so we already have a lot that's happened, but matchups to watch this week. I think I got Connor already. I don't see him coming back at this point, so that puts him in the 9th seed. He's
Yeah.
not happy about that.
No. But if I was him, I'd be like,
and,
hey, I'm not playing T-Bay in the fucking losers bracket, so he's got a chance.
That's true. Obviously, this is a massive week. I don't see Gregor losing. I just think that I think Cam he's only won 3 games this whole year. I mean, Purdy against Cleveland, that's an awful game for him. Carolina, he should put up good numbers. He's already got good, from Derrick Henry. So I see Gregor putting the pressure on Zach, which, you want to look at this matchup. This is going to be huge.
Oh, man, Zach and Jacob. Yeah, I don't know who to pick out of these two. Between the two of them, I got to look at their matchups. I mean, Jonathan Taylor against Houston. Oh, God.
Houston's the number 1 run defense. But also
that could be death for him. That could be death. I mean, Zach's got to win it.
Look at this was a top 5 run defense. This was a top 5 run defense, and they just shut him down.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
With a broken fibula, are they going to throw it? Probably not.
Yeah, so it really comes down to Jonathan Taylor. I mean, I wouldn't think Ladd could get anywhere between 3 points and 23 points. So he's a wild card. Michael Wilson, I wouldn't trust him, but who knows? Tampa Bay's defense is awful. Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to Jonathan Taylor.
Have 18 targets. I didn't even notice this game.
Oh yeah, dude, he was insane.
18 for 15 and 185.
Yeah, well, that was the game Jacoby Brissett broke the record for the most completions ever in an NFL game with 50, like 51. Nice. So if Jacoby Brissett breaks all-time records again, Michael Wilson could go off. But yeah, it comes down to Jonathan Taylor, and I don't like that against Houston. I mean, James Cook did good against Houston, but what?
This was huge for Zach.
Yes, that was huge. The big fat goose egg from Amon-Ra was huge.
Yeah, he had 2 dud games this year, but this guy's gonna score 20 points if he doesn't go down against Green Bay. Like, he's gonna go off. He goes down right at the beginning of the game. That could be it. That could be the difference.
Yeah, and Bo Nix playing Washington. Washington's defense is absolutely awful, so he could actually have a really good game for Jacobs. So I don't know who to pick out of these two. I don't know. It just comes down to Jonathan Taylor. If Jonathan Taylor scores over 10 points, Zach has a chance. If not, he's kind of fucked. And Gregor's in the playoffs, so that's rough. But I would hope without Amon-Ra, Zach can pull it out.
Yeah, I know Gregor's just clenched this whole weekend. Gregor was so pissed that I was texting him on the trade deadline. I'm like, dude, you got 4 running backs. You can only even start 3. I was like, just trade me like any of your running backs for whatever you want. And he just replied, nah, I'd rather you be screwed.
Oh my God.
He was not happy about the week before. I mean,
that's so funny. Oh my God.
So, yeah, I think Gregor's very much anticipating this. Obviously, we already talked about him having like a top to bottom better team than Zach right now. So he poses a greater right? I mean, who's Jonathan Taylor playing? Jackson, he would probably go fucking crazy this game. At Seattle hurts. So it's iffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the biggest matchup of the week. I don't, nothing's going on here. You don't have to stress at all, which is huge.
Yeah, neither of us.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, overall, you got any? Yeah, it's nice. Any feelings on the standings or the season overall?
Overall, I'm very happy, and I'd like to shout out the boys who recapped the draft and said I drafted the worst. When I saw that, I was like, all right, this year's going to be different in a good way. So I got to shout out my boys, Cam and Andrew, because that I remember seeing that and being like, God damn, really? Even though Terry McLaurin hasn't fucking played at all, literally Trey McBride was the only good thing I drafted. So I was excited by that. But yeah, the season all in all has just been very disgusting for a lot of teams, and I've been super lucky to not deal with some of the insane injuries. I mean, that's really been the entire season, is who got fucked over the hardest with injuries, and that's just unlucky. But I'm happy to not have any of them. A single? I mean, Bucky. Bucky was my biggest injury. Yeah. Bucky and Terry McLaurin. Not that Terry McLaurin was going to do shit, but like Bucky looked so good the first 3 weeks, hasn't played since.
Yeah.
So that sucks. I'm very excited to see somebody else lose who's not named Andrew or Nick.
Same. That's huge.
Yeah.
That is the most important part of this season. I'm happy for Andrew. I don't like how cocky Andrew gets when he's good, because we've seen how that dude. But I am happy for him. And here's our potential round one. So obviously me and you facing off is going to be huge. All I got to say about that is that you better hope that you get a good lead week 14, because my team is rough week 14. I don't know if you've taken a look.
Oh, I have.
I have Dart on a bye, and then I have George Kittle on a bye. So
yeah, no, that's rough.
That hurts. And then I have Kareem Hunt against Houston, or Trey Benson against the Rams, which are the two best run defenses in the whole league. So I'll be thinking about that. But basically at this point, we're locked in to play each other. There's no chance, unless Zach outscores you by 60, there's zero chance that we don't play each other at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously on the top number one seed, Andrew versus either Zach or Gregor. Gonna be interesting. He doesn't have CMC week 14, but he made that Chase Brown trade, so
yeah, I don't think he has much to worry about with either of those guys.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the losers? Let's see. So it's going to be Connor and Cam most likely sitting at the very bottom. They're going to have to play both weeks of the losers bracket, while Bobby and who's not shown in there? Oh,
Jacob.
Who's the sixth guy? I see Jacob, but who's the other one?
Oscar.
Oh, Gregor.
No, Gregor Doy.
No, Gregor. Oh, yeah. Basically, Gregor or Jacob have the opportunity to just phase out if they outscore Bobby or Oscar in the first round. If they don't, Bobby or Oscar get to leave the losers bracket, and those guys are going to have to play the second week. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I would say it's going to be Connor, Oscar, or Cam. That's my most likely losers. I hate to say it, but that's who I would put my money on losing, unfortunately. They've had a rough go this year.
Yeah, I think I really think Connor's going to lose, and I think Oscar's right there with him. I think Cam's going to get enough from Josh Allen, probably.
Yeah.
It's just like, how are Lamar and Jalen just awful quarterbacks now? I don't know. So I know Connor's got to be nervous.
Oh, yeah. Well, Lamar is just obviously injured, too. Like, Jalen has rough games, but Lamar is, like, obviously injured. Like, last game, if you watch any of that fucking game, there's so many times he should have ran it for, like, 20 yards. Just didn't. So I would be extremely concerned about that. And that is just going to be enough to maybe make Carr lose. I mean, this isn't the first time he's dealt with a hurt Lamar in the playoffs, and it never goes well for him.
But yeah, I think we did a really good in-depth recap. I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
Exciting. Got a lot of, me and you get the week off, and then we got a couple stressful weeks ahead, and everybody else is stressing every day going forward. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yep. Good luck, guys. Good luck.